OpenAI just dropped a bombshell with their new O1 model, aka Project Strawberry. It's so smart, it can help with quantum physics and cell sequencing. But what if it becomes too smart and everyone's hyped up about Microsoft because they've also got something happening there, but people are afraid of potential data breaches? People, imagine this. 2026, nearly 3,000 schools will have AI-powered cameras watching every single move. That's right. Big Brother is coming to a classroom near you. But here's the kicker. These cameras can spot unusual behavior. Now, we're going to be discussing all of this in today's show. And if you've just tuned in, please make sure that you do subscribe as we bring you every bit of information to help you understand the 4th, 5th, 6th, and even the 7th Industrial Revolution. Now, kicking off the stories, OpenAI has finally unveiled its highly anticipated Project Strawberry, now officially called O1. This new AI model represents a significant leap forward in artificial intelligence, and it's focusing on enhancing its reasoning capabilities so that it can tackle complex tasks, just like you and I. O1 is OpenAI's latest innovation in AI technology, and is designed to think more carefully before responding to queries. This approach results in more accurate outputs, particularly in fields such as science, coding, coders are in trouble, mathematics, key features. And another interesting thing is the fact that its reasoning capabilities have even been found to be stronger than human beings. Now, improved accuracy is also one of the features in complex problem solving, and it's also got some specialized performances in STEM fields. Now, this fascinating video that I'm going to show you is how artificial intelligence, actually, let me show you the video.
So one of my favorite puzzles that I would do when I was a little kid is called a nonogram, where you're given an empty grid and then some numerical clues that tell you which squares in the grid you have to fill in. And I thought we could have the model play a little game where it first generates a puzzle to solve, then we ask another instance of the model to try to solve the problem that it generated. So yeah, I'll ask it, generate, say, a 5x5 nonogram where the final answer is the letter M. We'll see what it comes up with. All right, we see it just gave us a little puzzle. We'll go ahead and copy this, open up another window of O1, ask it, solve the following puzzle, and let's say, visualize the answer in some pretty way. Why not? This puzzle doesn't look like it's too hard, but the way that a nonogram works is for each row and each column, you're given a list of numbers, and the numbers tell you how many squares are filled in. And if the squares are consecutive, then you'll see like a 2 for 2 consecutive squares. If there's a space between them, you'll see a 1, 1. And so you're supposed to just try to figure out which squares do I indeed have to fill in. And it looks like the model got this right. Illustrated a nice little letter M. But I think one of the things that is like nice about examples like this is it's similar to like Sudoku or a crossword, for example, where you have to kind of make a guess and then see if that's a right guess or a wrong guess, and then backtrack if you get it wrong. And so any type of task where you kind of have to search through a space where you have different pieces pointing in different directions, but there are mutual dependencies. So you might get a bit of information that tells you that these two pieces contradict each other. Like a model like O1 is really good at trying to refine the search space here.
Now, in the video that you just watched, the AI was tasked with generating and solving a 5x5 monogram puzzle, and the puzzle it created ended up forming the letter M. We got to see the AI's problem-solving process in action. The video really shows us the techniques that it used to problem-solve are very similar to human beings. The first thing it did, it's deduction, right? Using logic to determine which cells must be filled or left blank. That's concerning. Logic. Then another thing for me that was a highlight was the backtracking. If it reaches a dead end, it goes back and tries a different approach. I mean, that's something that human beings do. This is pretty impressive because it mimics how we might solve these puzzles ourselves. And the reason why this is cool but also concerning is the fact that it shows AI can handle complex puzzles, solving, not just data crunching that we're used to, that AI is both creating and also solving the problems or the puzzle, and it's showing creativity and problem-solving skills. Now, this is very interesting because it's really showing us that AI can approach tasks that require both logic and visual understanding. While watching this, I couldn't help but think about some of the potential applications. It could really be useful, but also some concerns, because what if now we start developing more advanced AIs for other types of visual and logical puzzles? Could it be applied to more complex problems like engineering? Imagine AI getting involved in engineering. Overall, the video really shows us a good example of how AI can apply itself immediately and start thinking, and that it might just start beating human beings. I mean, imagine chess, playing against AI and AI being the champion of chess. What do you think about the AI monogram and all its problem solving? Let us know in the comment section, as we love hearing from you and we love teaching you so that you may stretch your mind and understand exactly what's going on. Now, in the next video I'm going to show you, and these are all new videos released by OpenAI. Now, this AI model, what it does is it basically self-finds or transforms itself, and it creates a visualization with the aim to provide insights into how attention mechanisms work within a model. Now, that might have not made any sense to you. Let me play the video. Maybe the video will make some sense to you. And after the video, we can come back and explain all of that to you.
All right, so the example I'm going to show is writing a code for visualization. So I sometimes teach a class on transformers, which is a technology behind models like ChatGPT. And when you give a sentence to ChatGPT, it has to understand the relationship between the words and so on. So it's a sequence of words, and you have to model that. And transformers utilize what's called a self-attention to model that. So I always thought, okay, if I can visualize a self-attention mechanism and with some interactive components to it, it will be really great. I just don't have the skills to do that, so let's ask our new model, O1 Preview, to help me out on that. So I just typed in this command and see how the model does. So unlike the previous models like GPT-4o, it will think before outputting an answer. So it started thinking. As it's thinking, let me show you what are some of these requirements. I'm giving a bunch of requirements to think through. So first one is like, use an example sentence, the quick brown fox. And second one is like, when hovering over a token, visualize the edges whose thicknesses are proportional to the attention score. And that means just if the two words are more relevant, then have a thicker edges and so on. So the one common failure in most of the existing models is that when you give a lot of the instructions to follow, it can miss one of them. Just like humans can miss one of them if you give too many of them at once. So because this reasoning model can think very slowly and carefully, it can go through each requirement in depth, and that reduces the chance of missing the instruction. So this output code, let me copy paste this into a terminal. So I'm going to use the editor of 2024, so Vim HTML. So I'm just going to paste this thing into that and just save it out. And on the browser, I'll just try to open this up, and you can see that when I hover over this thing, it shows the arrows, and then quick and brown and so on. And when I hover out of it, it goes away. So that's a correctly rendered version of it. And when I click on it, it shows the attention scores as just as I asked for. And maybe there's a little bit of rendering, like it's overlapping, but other than that, it's actually much better than what I could have done. Yeah, so this model did really nicely. I think this can be a really useful tool for me to come up with a bunch of different visualization tools for my new teaching sessions.
Yeah, I know that some people might be confused, but the tool may be limited to shorter input sequences due to the visualization complexity. So right now, it's unclear how well the tool scales to every large transformer model. The AI-generated transformer attention visualization tool demonstrates the potential for AI to create educational and analytical resources for understanding complex machine learning concepts. It does this by providing an interactive and intuitive interface for exploring attention mechanisms. It contributes to the broader efforts of making advanced AI models more interpretable and accessible. Now, this might sound like a lot of jargon to you, but basically what it's doing, and I think it's quite interesting, is that it's figuring out stuff that a human being might skip or ignore based on just a human being being a human being. Somebody gives you a whole lot of instructions. In the whole lot of instructions, you might do the final task, but along the way, maybe you skipped something, maybe you changed something, maybe you didn't do it. So what it does is it just goes in and it literally pays attention to detail. I think that's the easiest way that I can explain it to you. But it's only able to do it in a very short or very small language models at the moment. And we're waiting to see it scale, because basically what that means is that you now have AI that pays attention to every single detail in a way that you can use it in many use cases like education. And I know that it might sound confusing, but this is just the beginning. But it's important to start thinking about these things, to say AI that doesn't miss any attention. You're basically able to build out so many things. And that's what I'm doing. I've got a lot of stuff that I've started building utilizing AI. And very soon, I will be launching a community where you can be a part of it, a school community where you can learn, and I can show you all the amazing things that I'm doing with AI, and you can engage. But let me know in the comment section if you would want access to that school community. Let me know, and I'll give 10 people free access that comment in the comment section. We want to learn more about AI. So if you 10 people comment, you want to learn more about AI, I'll give you free access to that school community where I'll be showing more of this. Now, moving up to our next interesting story, Microsoft is also trying to catch up with AI. The Microsoft-backed startup suggested that O1 can be used for healthcare research to annotate cell sequencing data. Now, even I didn't understand this. I know that cells are very small things that scientists use when they're actually just trying to find out where the disease is. But when I tried to understand it, I realized that we now have the healthcare industry, AI being used to try and fix those things that many people couldn't fix. I mean, the release of O1, and everybody used to call it Project Strawberry, it's marking a significant milestone in AI development. It's enhanced reasoning capabilities and performance in the complex tasks. This showcases the potential of AI to tackle increasingly sophisticated problems. And as AI continues to refine and expand the O1 series, we can expect even more impressive advancements in AI technology in the near future. Now, moving on, researchers and analysts are now warning of a variety of security problems with some companies' AI assistants, especially the enterprise versions. They're warning this when it comes to Microsoft 360, saying Microsoft has bet big on something called Copilot, which is their AI, the generative AI assistant, and it's integrated into nearly its entire product line, notably Microsoft 365. And here's a video that explains Microsoft's way of trying to get into the AI world using Copilot.
Number 1, in Microsoft Edge on YouTube, click on the Copilot icon and it'll give you a summary, key points, and even timestamps for videos. You can even ask questions about videos. Number 2, get Copilot on your iPhone or Android phone. Snap a picture of anything, like let's say a flower, and Copilot will tell you exactly what it is. It looks like it's a rose. Number 3, in PowerPoint, type in a prompt and a / and then select a Word document. Copilot turns the document into a fully branded slide deck in just seconds. Number 4, tell Copilot to set a rule to highlight and pin important emails to the top. Now, you'll never miss an email from your boss. Number 5, in OneDrive, hover over a file and let Copilot summarize it for you. Or you could even compare multiple files at once.
Microsoft Copilot is an artificial intelligence integrated into the Microsoft 365 suite. As an AI tool, it's designed to increase worker productivity, eliminate menial tasks, and improve the employee experience without sacrificing quality. However, because Copilot is integrated into Microsoft 365, cybersecurity experts are pointing out a number of glaring security concerns. First and foremost, because of the native integration, Copilot can access all of the information that an employee can within the Microsoft 365 suite. On top of that, files fed to the AI don't inherit security provisions from the source, making them vulnerable to attack. While AI tools are somewhat inevitable, it's vital that organizational leaders and their employees understand the ways in which various AI models access, store, and use your data.
Well, that's it. You have it from Microsoft Copilot. But the interesting thing about Microsoft Copilot is that a lot of people are concerned to say if Microsoft is going to be assisting you with all your tasks utilizing AI, will they not be storing your information? Will they not control you? Will they not know everything about every single business? And these are some of the security concerns. I'm actually concerned myself to say sometimes because technology is cool and exciting, we're so quick to give away all our knowledge just so we can access it. But there are dangers and security concerns. I'm one of those that are calling out to say we do need, especially companies like Microsoft, to be more careful when it comes to security features, especially because they are dealing at a large scale with many different companies and sometimes even governments. Now, this one's a little bit shocking. In the world of surveillance overseas, there is an AI surveillance initiative for schools by 2026. By the end of 2026, nearly 3,000 schools will be installed with advanced AI systems that will watch everything. Now, this ambitious project aims to enhance safety within educational institutions by addressing a variety of security concerns. And this was disclosed by the Minister of Interior. According to the minister, these futuristic cameras will be capable of identifying unusual behavior, allowing for a proactive response to potential threats. The alerts would be directed to operational centers where only the system detects suspicious activity within the school premises. Now, I'll be honest, I'm very concerned about this. Utilizing AI to monitor kids, as much as people can say it can be very safe, I'm very concerned about the fact that we don't want society growing up knowing that they're being watched. And we create people that are not able to be free or be themselves or practice what they would want to do because they are watched all the time. So now the Ministry of Interior plans to closely collaborate with safety professionals and schools for the effective implementation of the surveillance project. Meanwhile, Newark School plan on doing the same. Let's watch this video.
They say that these cameras will help make schools safer. And so ultimately, they're planning to overhaul what they're calling is an outdated and inefficient system with this new high-tech system that, again, includes these artificial intelligent cameras with these capabilities that will also work with sensors to detect vaping, also abnormal sounds like gun sounds and things like that.
Now, what are your thoughts about this? I think artificial intelligence is really moving very fast at a very shocking pace. And I also think that when we look at AI solutions, let's begin by focusing on places that actually need them. For example, here in South Africa, we could use AI in crime hotspots to make sure that it actually checks to ensure that no crime is happening. In prisons, where all sorts of things are happening. But I don't believe in using it in public spaces like schools because I think that we do need to allow human beings to have the ultimate say when it comes to safety of their children, not AI. And I think a lot of stuff is happening in AI, and that's the reason why I'm coming through to update you, to make sure that you stay informed and you know exactly what's going on. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoy the content of AI and what else you'd want me to explain and cover. But I'm looking at doing more lessons where I go in depth and I teach you what is AI, how to use it, and how you can build your own AI models to help you do whatever you do. So thank you so much. Remember to share this video with at least 3 people to help us grow the channel. Thank you.